Welcome to Nanoscopic Drop, where I'll be giving the conceptions that will be shaped to my true heart and where professional wrestling, my favorite sport, and yes, I can call this a sport. We'll say how does this event land and where will it be completed to the anthemium. In this world is how I engine my opinions and give out, while afterward I can also see all of you people have your own too. So don't forget what's in your thoughts when watching yourself a set of matches and bouts. I'm not the only one who's doing this too and exploring entertainment like this. You decide if you like it or not. Nobody's wrong with their own unique perspectives. So by kicking off the second episode of my newly born podcast, I'm in search of one particular pay-per-view today, which will be revealed in further moments. Before I buckle up, I would like for you to please subscribe to the channel, knock the like button down, and comment on what matches or a wrestler's work should I have thoughts next. Lugg's on standby. Music proceeds. Alright, for the opening match with the World Tag Team Champions belts on the line, it's introduced by the Foundation facing off Mark Briscoe and his new partner PCO. The code of honor has been displayed of both teams, with Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal giving hands on Briscoe and PCO. What they did that night? Before the ref even telling someone to ring the bell, Lethal has a tough time taking over Briscoe since his reversal and strikes, leaving him in the ring, put up into a new strategy. And the Foundation is poorly losing during the middle of the match by how PCO delivered a suicide dive, and while Mark does a diving blockbuster off the apron, and also they've what have they gone? They gone to doing a releasing apron suplex and use a steel chair to dive Gresham and Lethal with the tope de hilo dive. And afterwards, Briscoe and PCO chop each other in happiness. I love this chemistry. They were very entertaining that night. A little bit goofy and they're kind of crazy during their performance. Love them two joining forces. Lethal escapes with the apron from a Santon bomb from PCO. Oh, such an incredible counter. And just the spot, man, PCO takes is just very extreme right there. How can they get more beat up with everything they delivered there? As they were all sloshed and flattened to go get the double gold in their hands. PCO got cuttered, receiving a powerful doomsday device by the Foundation and a shooting star press combination that shockingly kicked out of two count, which was pretty shocking. That was pretty much the finish. But not until minutes later, when will he end? Well, PCO accidentally pushes Briscoe outside of the ring after Jay, whether it was Lethal or Gresham, immediately pull up the roll up and earn the victory, which meant they retained the World Tag Team Champions. I mean that opener, just wow. I'm trying to remember when was the last time there was a great opening match to start with. It was just incredible that day when I was watching Final Battle 2020. In the second card, Ray Horace is in one-on-one against Dalton Castle as the second card of Final Battle, with Castle finding a way to catch Horace. He receives Ray's rolling Savage kick and avoiding grapple. Both flopped fist attempts in one corner just for Dalton to fail over the ropes. And Horace pushes away Dalton until both men get back in the ring and run ropes, only to Ray pop up a reply for a dropkick. And continuously with frustrations on Dalton, he's compressed over the diving tope con hilo and damages his right knee after a failed knee struck. My bad. Next to the barricade. You guys should have seen how the ring looked like. I mean, just how they had so much space around the ring with all the barricades. It was just wow. They have more space than what I see in other professional wrestling promotions and companies. And speaking for the match, the pace went minimal and threw me off from not only that both men deliver more than previous actions, especially with Castle sitting on the top turnbuckle for Horace to counter and score a victory for an Avalanche victory roll. I mean, they should have left the finish later on. It was just too quick to end. It needed more time. I mean, I think I wasn't ready for this, just for it to be that short. So that was a really disappointing part of the show. But on the bright side, I mean, here goes this the tag team grudge match, set up as the third card, of course, with the OGK. Now this was years probably before I got into Ring of Honor. I've noticed that in time, Mike Bennett teamed up with Matt Taven and I forgot what was the rest of the people, but they aligned himself and became this group called the Kingdom. And later on, Mike Bennett somehow left, and don't quote me on that. And Matt Taven brought up some new guys and had the more improved, the new version of the Kingdom or what. Shockingly, Mike Bennett comes back to Ring of Honor over its like last months of 2020 during a Ring of Honor episode, and it was announced that Mike Bennett was gonna team up with Matt Taven, facing what Matt Taven's used to be was Taven's old bud, what was his name? Vince. I think it was Vinny. There you go, Vinny. And for some reason they've been battling out for like several months. It's been going very personal to the point they used to be tag teams together, but now they're all separated. So this is the OGK versus the Righteous. Now this is when Vinny now teams up with Bateman, which I don't know a lot about that guy. So where to start? There it is. So everyone couldn't wait to fight. Once they hear the bell ring, things got sorted out quickly, with Bennett and Taven throwing shots at Vincent and Bateman. OGK landed a super kick / spear combination. That was really cool. Bennett takes a while to tag his partner, just for Taven ignoring the illegal foe to straightforward attack on his longtime nemesis Vincent. A great moment pointed out is when Mac's climax finisher almost succeeded until Vincent responds to a guillotine choke. And that was really cool and content you guys must see during that match. Breaking to their positions, whether they were illegal in the square circle. This makes the tag team matches so much fun. The two teams pull enough strikes, grapples, and finishers to sort out who's illegal in this match. It would seem for a fast pace of styling attacks to be leading the duration for nearly 12 or fewer minutes. Once it ended, it held in 16 or nearly 20 minutes. But for me, it felt more than that. They've known how to make this longer. How they sort that out, and these many moments happening in an instant. And what else? These notable moves during the match. The Red Rum Swanton Bomb, Frog Splash in ringside, the swinging neck breakers, the 4 or fewer spears. Man, that was a lot of spears just for that one match. They were throwing in some DDT, the pile driver, and the ending of OJK's backpack stunner / running kick. You couldn't think what's next after that pinfall victory, which is why I'm leaving it at that for you to watch the rest. I'm not gonna spill anything for after the bell rung. OGK won. And I think that'll leave it at that. I guess. Probably. Well, I mean, this match was pretty positive. I love how it went down with the action, the performance. Timing was great. Like I said, it went longer, so I appreciate that. I thought this match wasn't gonna go as well. I thought it was gonna go pretty short, just for its feud to keep coming up in later weeks of Ring of Honor until then the next pay-per-view. But no, they gave it their all on this one, and I really appreciate it so much. What's next for the next card? Well, this one. Okay. Here's my thoughts on this one. Whoever pitched this match for Danhausen versus Brian Johnson, this gives me confidence in what's the following move after PJ Black's ally, Brian Johnson, owns the mic to try to insult and shutting fans and the commentary out in the stage front. Just bashing at them, throwing some shade on them. Being the good heel he is by far. Knowing that Brian needs to be stepping up in the bigger cards, plus throwing mud on his opponent while attacking him. I love how when Brian's big boot caused Danhausen's mouth to spit the ref with a set of tooths flying out, which is just a really weird move there. Did not expect it. Pretty disgusting. But also enjoy it. The Hangman's Facebusters applied, but Danhausen doesn't really let himself knock out flat in the canvas. His performance landed poorly. Yeah, pretty much. But except Brian. Brian's pretty much the top guy of the night. The ref takes time to find whatever the wrestler had thrown to his face, causing him to not see Brian's covered pin. Danhausen rubs his forehead to the mic and taps it to make it look like Brian attacked him with the object, displaying a victory out of disqualification. Less than 10 minutes, sadly. Could have gotten more time through thankfully how rarely a match goes for interacting viewers on the mic while doing the job facing your opponent. I mean, the ending was not that bad, but needed more time. It was really in a rush. I did not like that. Did not like that concept for that night. But I like Brian with his moment on the mic. He's showing himself how he can be a better man than who he's facing right now, and can be in the bigger cards. Going for the championship or whoever, any accomplishment, any accolade. I would like to. I wonder what's the future for Brian Johnson, and especially his partner PJ Black, since I've noticed that PJ Black was participant in the Ring of Honor Pure Title tournament, which is why which got me coming back to Ring of Honor after probably 2 or 3 years. But felt pretty long. But hey, I'm happy to come back. That's what I'm here for, to have my thoughts on Ring of Honor. What's the next match? Shane Taylor has a one-on-one match, singles bout. He takes on one half of the Briscoe brothers, Jay, in a singles bout. Now to start, Shane wins the chain game for having Jay consuming time to run the ropes and get countered with an uppercut and cornered body shots. In the ringside, I witnessed once massive heavy punch that left the opponent waking up to get back on the canvas, which usually odd for him to already ate that one seconds before the outside struck resting. 2 extra heavy punches are now at the stake of Briscoe's trouble. This severely takes complexity on him by Shane winning majority. And so majority. Man, guys, I'm not really, I'm just a beginner. I'm not really good at this. This is just the beginning of me with this podcast. I just want to know if I'm pronouncing this right, because I pronounce a lot of things wrong. Yeah, majority. Okay, I'm saying that right. So that was pretty goofy. Majority. Okay, back to the match. Here's what I just said a few seconds ago. So minimal of Jay's response. He only took mighty steps forward with the Death Valley Bomb after Shane Taylor's control. Jay went back with a sleeper hold, a clothesline, and a neck breaker. Nothing uplifting. It doesn't give me the appeal yet. There's some more of these selections chosen by him, which I wish it would gone better with a butterfly power driver. I assumed he attempt. Sadly, Taylor picks up the pinfall to the land finisher. I cannot describe it, in its original name. Wasted to arrive and finishing their match. Plus, pretty tough to stay. Really, honestly, I was getting kind of bored, and kind of bored and tuned during this match, since I can barely count on what was the best part here. Don't even want to beg for the duration, for the timing here. They should restart it with something new whenever in the aftermath of Final Battle. Yeah. I would like to see them do a rematch at Ring of Honor television, so that would be nice. Oh, speaking of Ring of Honor television, okay, here it goes on this one. This one was fantastic. The Ring of Honor Television Championship. 11 minutes. To be honest, I do sound harsh saying this once again, since I know these two men were outstanding out there, but couldn't that the match went furthermore to roll more effective maneuvers. Pretty much that's my negative part of it. Tony Deppen faced against Dragon Lee, for his television championship. I grind my teeth and please while seeing the wrestlers possibly losing their jaws when watching this. Dragon Lee won control at ringside according to the Suicide Dive and thrown one to a barricade. Diving foot stomp right in the throat. That was at that point. That just looked too brutal and too real at that point. I was just like, Jesus, they're really killing each other out there, and thinking if they really meant to kill him. Hope he was okay afterwards backstage. Tope de Hilo dive calls in for Lee, a springboard dropkick, and sends back another Tope de Hilo, which got Tony to get up to his feet. The maneuvers are so centered to the striking section, playing with the knees, the forearms, kick, slaps. Though they've pressed a front flip DDT in an innovative move that I've never seen before, titled the somersault neckbreaker, performed by Tony. Dragon has taken the effect in losing Deppen consciously by 5 targets, naming which I will name them. Will be the inverted Frankensteiner, a running knee, the vertical suplex powerbomb, rapid stomps, and the final running knee strike, which of course leaves clean along with the Ring of Honor television title. Dragon Lee retains. I wish Tony Deppen was won this match. I honestly like the guy. His style is pretty interesting, and I guess just the problem again was just the timing. I wish there was more. I mean, I think they can deliver a lot, of this match. Hopefully, later on. And back, I was mentioning of PJ Black's involvement to the Pure Championship tournament, and so in its aftermath, declaring its winner months ago, the Foundation member Jonathan Gresham takes on Flip Gordon in a bout for the Pure title. Now, time started for a game of technicalities such as hammer locking, knee wrenching, and wrist twisting, which led John to triumph due to Gordon having to quickly redeem 2 rope breaks, leaving only one. Leaving one. So till minutes later, losing his last to avoid a potential hammerlock. No rush and no worries when knowing the chances of Gresham could have tapped out Flip in an instant. Though luckily I ate like 25 minutes here into this match, which surely impressed me. As the match resembles, it resembles much like in the finals of the Pure Championship tournament, which I love. I love the final match for the vacated championship, which I'm talking about, with Jonathan Gresham facing his partner and ally, Tracy Williams, at the finals many weeks ago. In the course of a nice transition was followed in John duck down, leapfrogged, and kick out of a O'Connell roll. He ducks down, cartwheels, jumps a hurricanrana, though eats Flip super kick. It took a body part to be carved while someone couldn't say he'll quit. The left arm of the mercenary, which is Flip Gordon, in the octopus, Jonathan Gresham, his left leg were up for grabs if any of one of their body parts would be held and losing the belt. While though after he used 2 rope breaks, he as well takes a final one in an unintelligent way, since Flip got elbowed and went motionless before John's rope break. An awesome ending for one to retain after 2 vicious running elbow strikes led to ref to resulting in a knockout victory. That one, I think that's probably maybe my first time watching a knockout victory like that. He just pulled out these vicious, Jesus, it was crazy. These elbow strikes that Gresham had in him. He went out and knocked out the mercenary Flip Gordon, and the ref told him that it was over. That was just now that's how you end a match with a title on the line. That's just unexpected as hell. I would like to see another victory like that with a knockout. That was pretty impressive. I think this was probably the best card so far, because I remember when watching it, for some reason I was watching it from firstly that match, and then while I was trying to connect, okay, what did it really kicked off? What was the actual first card of the show? But I'm really happy that this was the first one I saw during Final Battle 2020. Oh damn! And now we're down for the last card, aka the main event for the Ring of Honor World Title, in a one-on-one match. The former Villain Enterprise member Brody King will be facing La Facción Encorbenabe. I think I might be pronouncing that wrong. Its leader of the faction, Rush, or Rouge. That's how some people call it. You go one-on-one for the world title. How it starts. So now once the bell rings, elbows were thrown back and forth, running man up for strike, but one delivers a devastating clothesline. 2 suicide dives weren't played since each ate forearms, but the third attempt landed successfully. Most of the time, the ringside plays a significant role here to take out each other and throwing themselves Plus, a notable moment that I saw: Brody scoop slams Rush with a set of chairs, then does a running senton at ringside. And so that was a cool moment. Rush replies once they went back to ringside again to push the barricade door right on Brody's head 3 times and choking him with some cables underneath the ring. I didn't know specifically. He just found them right under the ring, which was, I thought he was gonna pull out a disqualification. So it was rough. Satisfying to slash their faces and chest. Felt more disqualification bout, though not landing any strikes, any risks, but taking marks of red, thinking if they'll bleed in an instant. Combos of slaps and chops being shared surely gave one another a tomorrow's pain burning into them. Wish the ending was something else than interference, popping a chair shot and the opponent clicking his finisher to win. But luckily, what goes me so amped in the final minute of the show was the Foundation appears on the stage and looks disgust over La Faction, which is consistent of that shows the members of Rush, Dragon Lee. I forget what else. There was somebody else there, but this was a cool tease, a little tease to see on this next fight with one of Ring of Honor's biggest groups right now in the game. Oh, by the way, Rush retained. Now, so what I thought about this match, I was disappointed because what they did weeks before Final Battle, they were promoting the ECW. They were promoting the EC3 having to face Jay Briscoe, but I really don't know why it got canceled actually, and for some reason that's why I was questioning myself, like, why is Jay Briscoe facing Shane Taylor when Jay Briscoe wants to face EC3? There was a build-up going on there, so I was pretty disappointed on that, and especially I heard that there was gonna be a 6-man tag team championships on the line. And I was disappointed we never got into that. We never got into that point of the show. But I mean, this is the first pay-per-view I've seen in years of watching Ring of Honor. This was like, I hadn't seen one probably since Supercard of Honor maybe in 2017, somewhere during Omega facing Cody in its Elite and Bullet Club days. But I mean, this one was okay. This one was not that bad. There was some bad, there was some good. I feel like it was pretty much in half. So I guess this was half good of a show. I was really disappointed on the previous bouts that we were gonna have, but for some reason it never happened that night. Well, so I guess I'll leave it at that. Hope you guys watch some of my upcoming videos coming up. I'll be reviewing AEW's latest pay-per-view, Revolution 2021, and pretty excited for this one on a couple of few days. Few weeks. In a few weeks, it's starting the next pay-per-view for Ring of Honor. I think it's its 17th anniversary. What was it? I forgot what was the next pay-per-view's name. It's the 19th anniversary show. Just give me back that nostalgia from the time somewhere in the 18th or 16th anniversary show. That was a really good show at that time, years back. I think it was during the time when Dalton Castle or Jay Lethal were world championships, and when the Young Bucks were there facing SCU and anything, and in the Lucha Brothers. Those were pretty exciting stuff. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Small Lugg's gonna go back to relaxation, and I'm done. Thank you everybody for listening to this. Hope you have a good day, and goodbye. Peace.